What's happening? I want to thank each and every one of you for coming by and vaping with the Viking. So today what I got for you is kind of an interesting, different change of pace of mech mods. It's from Knucklehead Vapes. It's the Duster mech mod. So this is a 18650 mech mod, which I know there's going to be plenty of you out there be like, 18650, But I tend to use them every once in a while, especially because my Viking mech mod by Saris Vape and Arkham Designs is an 18650, and I tend to find that if you have a really good 18650 with a 20S battery in there, you get pretty close to a good quality 21700 mech mod. But before we get into a lot of details on this guy, let's do Viking's Advocacy Minute. Again, every time. It's gonna happen. Like I tell you every time, you don't have to be involved, but definitely be informed. Gotta be informed. So, multiple reasons. One, you can't do the whole, I didn't know. No, if you're informed, you're always gonna know. And, it's just your circle of friends, family, people who vape that you talk to across the pond. Like I talk to probably 50% of the people I talk to about vaping live in the UK or in Australia or just some other country. So just by bringing it up every once in a while or mentioning it, or if even somebody comes to you and says, well, hey, I would like to do this. Do you know anything about it? Boom. Go to CASA.org, sign up, takes a minute, you're done. So you're informed. Now you're informing someone else, and maybe that next informant might be an actual advocate. Who knows? So anyway, just sign up. There we go. But let's get back to the Knucklehead Vape here. So, like I said, single 18650 mech mod. It is just the mod itself. You can get the RDA separate. Does come in different colors. But yeah, let's just go ahead and dive down and look at the switch, look at the inside, stuff like that. We'll come back up, we'll vape on it, and I'll tell you where you can find this mech mod and what I think about it. So, like usual, let's drop the hammer on the Knucklehead Duster. Alright, so what I got for you today is the Duster from Knucklehead Vapes. So this is kind of the companion to the RDA. So right there you got the Duster. And again, big love from, I'm saying, Ralphie. And then of course you got their logo, their hashtag. Same thing on that side, same thing there. And just more of that artwork. Alright, so this is been, like I said, been open, been moved around, all that. I can't even remember how. I think this was folded in something to begin with. So, and then really nothing to it on this one. You have your mod, of course, and it is a fingerprint magnet. That's why they send you a cloth. But as you also notice, besides fingerprints, it is full stainless. So the body, the top, all the threading is going to be complete stainless. So you will have some voltage drop. And let's take a look on the inside there. As you see, it's just raw stainless, unpolished in there. So there is no protection, no sleeves, nothing at the top, like no Delrin or anything like that. So definitely want to keep your battery safety wits about you on this guy. So, but on the side you have Knucklehead Vapes, their little brass knuckle and derby hat logo there. And then Duster in like an old English font. Pretty cool. And then your switch, you will have, it's then on a switch, you'll have its
basically plated, like almost a gold plated, but I think since it's starting to show a little patina, it actually might be maybe a polished brass, but I don't think so. It looks like it's a little too shiny, but it's either brass or plated. So, but a fairly interesting looking switch though, a little star in there. And of course, still got their brass knuckles there, stainless steel threading, and you do see is at least consistent. It is a constant contact switch. It is silver plated copper, and you have your venting through here. And then to undo this guy, you just take a screwdriver, or in my case, nail, and you just unscrew this guy here. And probably so much better with a screwdriver. Alright, so now you got that completely unthreaded. So you'll have your contact here, and then down in there again, you see there's still even more stainless. And then you have your switch right there. So that you definitely will need a screwdriver for. We'll say everything is super, super smooth on this. And as you go to start unscrewing this, you actually will start feeling that star come out. So probably keep your finger there. And then thread that all the way there. And that's really all there is to it. There's that venting that goes all the way through to the bottom. And then you'll have your spring and the switch itself. Just kind of a squared off body, really all there is to it. Spring is definitely nice and strong. It is not silver plated. You can tell that's just a iron spring there, just a metal spring. So pretty simple in at least its design. Oh, you can accidentally misalign that guy, so that's fun. Definitely be careful of that. Alright, so once you get it lined up, got that all lined up, you just drop that screw back down in there. Or I should say contact. Kind of push it in a little bit once you get it started. And there it is. It's a pretty simple little consistent contact. And just go and thread this guy back in there. All right, and it's good to go there. So what we'll throw on the top of it to match it all up there is the knuckle RDA here. That's pretty solid there. No great match to it. And since it is a single 18650, we'll go ahead and throw in a Samsung 20S. Get the most punch out of it we can. And threading for days. It threads forever. Now, of course, some of those are just me just kind of trying to get some of the handprints off of this thing. But when you go to thread and unthread this thing, you do constantly wonder, wow, is this ever going to stop? Don't mind me, I'm just polishing my Mech here. There we go. But yeah, that's it all together there. It's good to go. Alright, so let's go back up top. We'll vape on it, and I will give you my thoughts on the Knucklehead Duster.
Alright, back up top with the Knucklehead Vape Duster. Alright, so one of the things I didn't go over in the dive down that is kind of an interesting little feature with this, and I haven't did it, or I have, but I try not to because, well, I'll get into the because in a minute, but it does have the 510 is adjustable, so if you want to match up everything nice and symmetrical, you can. So now for the pros and cons, this is going to be a con for me on this one at least, and this is also explains why I don't want to adjust that 510. This one being stainless steel, it is all stainless steel. The threading, the 510, like I said in the dive down, it's all stainless, which the only way technically you can get worse in voltage drop is if you just had regular copper contacts. At least this does have silver plated, so that helps a bit. So it's very nice looking. It's one of those very aesthetically possibly pleasing mods. Now, they do have other metals available, and those probably, well, not even probably, they should perform much better than this one. So for a con on this one is going to be performance. It's okay. It's definitely not, I mean, it's definitely not like the Viking Mech. That thing hits pretty damn hard. This one's got a 20S in it, and it's just, it vapes. it's nothing there, and I've tried a couple different RDAs and a couple different builds, and then I swapped them from the Viking to this, and there's a pretty noticeable difference. So with that in mind, if you do want to grab one of these guys, I would definitely recommend one of the other materials, not just the stainless, because ultimately we all know the kind of voltage drop you can get with just pure stainless and the threadings and the 510, and it's not great. The other kind of con with that is this thing is heavy. I guess a pro to this is if you're carrying this, you can knock someone out with it. It is solid. It is heavy. It is solid. You know this is in your hand. This is not one of those mechs of, oh, I don't even know it's in my hand. No. I mean, this is like workout type of weight. You know, just keep one of these in your hand all day long, and 30 days you'll have amazing biceps. Totally do not know if that's truth or not, but hey. But anyway, aesthetically, it's really cool looking. It's very unique. Even the box they put it in is unique. And when we get into the RDA, you'll see even the presentation on that's really neat. So, aesthetically, it is really cool to look at. And it's kind of cool to see somebody, I guess, use it. Well, maybe not so much. It just looks like a stainless steel tube. It's when you get up a little bit closer that you can appreciate the aesthetics of it. So, with that being said, it's one of those things of, would I go out and find one on my own? Because I did actually win this months ago out of Bogan's Patreon. And it's just like, nah, for my money, I would definitely get a Viking before this. I would get, like the Arcless before this, the Dreamer. I mean, just about any other regular tube mech that I've used, I would buy before this. Now, if I wanted something for a display piece, I would definitely buy this. This is at least prettier looking than some of the other ones. So, but you're looking at, the only place I can find this is actually straight from Knucklehead Vape or KH It runs $60 pound sterling, or yeah, because it's under pounds, which is about $75 US. So definitely a little more expensive, especially for an 18650, but it is more of a specialty mech, like the Viking. It's about the same price range, but it's an 18650. I mean, I think you're paying a little bit more for the aesthetics on this versus the Viking you're going to pay for performance. So, but yeah, so pros going to be all aesthetics. Cons is going to be basically performance, weight, uh, technically price of an 18650 mech. But it's cool why I use it and I have it. So, but it's totally up to you whether you want to buy it. It just depends if you want to be in the aesthetic range or if you want to be in the performance range. So, but that is all I have today for the Duster. I want to thank each and every single one of you yet again for coming by and vaping with Viking. And I'll check you later.